I'm Leader Histories, and these are Alexander the Great's leadership lessons. Alexander the Great had many lessons and examples of spectacular leadership ability, and we see this across his battles and travels throughout most of the known world. To begin, Alexander's most known and best leadership quality is leading from the front, which is a lost skill of today's commanders who lead from rear posts away from any combat. An example occurred during the Battle of Gaugamela in 331 BC, near the modern-day city of Mosul in modern Iraq. Darius chose his battlefield well, as it was an open plain suitable for his immense army that was about to soon bear down on Alexander, as recounted by Arrian in his Anabasis of Alexander. As soon as Darius set his entire battle line in motion, Alexander ordered Aretus to attack those who were riding clear around his right wing, and up to that time he was himself leading his men in column. But when the Persians made a break in the front line of their army, when their cavalry charged to aid those executing the flanking movement, Alexander wheeled towards the gap and forming a wedge as if it were the companion cavalry, and if part of the phalanx which is posted here, he led them with a quick charge and a loud battle cry, straight towards Darius, thinking a short hand-to-hand melee. But when the Macedonian horse, led by Alexander himself, pressed on vigorously, thrusting themselves against the Persians and striking their faces with their spears, and when the Macedonian phalanx in dense array, bristling with long pikes, had joined in the attack, general terror smote Darius, whose courage already had been shaken, so that he was the first to turn and flee. Likewise, the Persians who were trying to outflank, panic-stricken at the vigorous attack of Aretus, took to flight, and in this quarter the Macedonians chased after and slaughtered the fugitives. Leading from the front means becoming an active member of the organization you are a part of, and becoming involved in day-to-day operations, and not asking your subordinates to do something you are not willing to do yourself. Leading from the front also lets you receive live feedback from implementing strategies or new products instead of just viewing data in an office. And you are able to interact more with your team, which can help solve problems and make an interpersonal connection with your coworkers, which is shown to improve collaboration and morale in employees. Businesses in the modern world are constantly evolving, and if you're not constantly changing, smaller companies will take your business. An example of how to apply this to life from BetterUp.com is Sam, a customer service manager for a phone company. Shows up to work a few minutes early every day to plan his agenda. When his team arrives, he greets them warmly and asks them what they did the night before. Afterwards, he praises each team member for their work efforts from the day before. He even recognizes each employee for a specific skill they showed. When it's time to start answering calls, Sam grabs a headset like he does every day. When he's not putting out fires or helping employees, Sam answers calls like the rest of the team. Lesson number 2 is having a vision and goal to follow. Alexander led his men through hell, but they endured battle after battle, over 20 in total. Why? For freedom and revenge of the Persians that have invaded their homeland. When outnumbered, starved, and exhausted, his men still fought on because they had a goal to end the Persian Empire. That shows the true power of vision on the people that follow it. Having a vision means the ability to think about or plan the future with imagination or wisdom. An example from the Walt Disney Company is, the mission of our company is to entertain, inform, and inspire people around the globe through the power of unparalleled storytelling, reflecting the iconic bands, creative minds, and innovative technologies that make ours the world's premier entertainment company. To have a good vision, dream big, project 5 to 10 years in the future, and make it inspiring. Finally, lesson number 3. Alexander the Great surrounded himself with the finest generals in Macedon's army, from Antigonus to Seleucus, which helped him lead when he could not be everywhere. An example before the Battle of Granicus is, Alexander arranged all his army with the intention of fighting. Then Parmenio approached him and spoke as follows: I think, O king, that it is advisable for the present to pitch our camp on the bank of the river as we are, for I think that the enemy, being as they are, much inferior to us in infantry, will not dare to pass the night near us, and therefore they will permit the army to cross the ford with ease at daybreak, for we shall then pass over before they can put themselves in order of battle. Whereas I do not think that we can now attempt the operation without evident risk, because it is not possible to lead the army through the river with its front extended. Besides, it is clear that many parts of the stream are deep, and you see that these banks are steep and in some places abrupt. Therefore, the enemy's cavalry, being formed into a dense square, will attack us as we emerge from the water in broken ranks and in column. In the place where we are weakest, at the present juncture, the first repulse would be difficult to retrieve, as well as perilous for the issue of the whole war. Having great people that surround you helps give you other people to rely on in times of need. It will help you make the right decision. To surround yourself with great and successful people in life, network with professionals or people whose skills you want to attain in organizations, team build with your coworkers to gain experience and knowledge. In summary, Alexander the Great's leadership lessons that you can apply to your life are leading from the front, having a vision or goal that drives you and your employees to success, and surrounding yourself with more wise, intelligent, successful people. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed.